Today, we're diving into the rich history and evolution of one of the most iconic racing circuits in the world, Monaco. In this video, we're gonna talk about the origins of racing in Monaco and the birth of the Monaco Grand Prix. Then we'll see the evolution of the circuit layout and some of its iconic features, most memorable moments and races, and at the end of the video, we'll discuss what the future might hold for this historic circuit. But first, let's start with a little history lesson. In the early 1900s, Monaco was already well known for its luxury and glamour, being dubbed as the playground of the wealthy and elite. And with the rise of the automobile, Monaco became a natural hotspot for wealthy enthusiasts keen on showcasing their vehicles and testing their driving skills, which of course led to many informal races and hill climbs being organized on the winding roads of Monte Carlo, providing entertainment for both participants and spectators. Which brings us to the Monte Carlo Rally. Established in 1911, it was one of the earliest major motorsport events held in Monaco. It was initially focused on testing the reliability and endurance of cars in challenging winter conditions and varied terrains including mountain passes and coastal roads. After a few years, a man named Anthony Noguet, who was a Monegasque car enthusiast and a member of the ACM, or the Automobile Club de Monaco. After attending the 1928 French Grand Prix of Le Mans, he was inspired to bring the excitement and spectacle he experienced firsthand to his hometown. So he presented his idea to Prince Louis II of Monaco, who enthusiastically supported the initiative and was quickly on board. A year later, in 1929, the first Monaco Grand Prix took place on the 14th of April, attracting a field of 16 drivers from across Europe, representing some iconic manufacturers including Bugatti, Alfa Romeo and Maserati. The 3,145-kilometer circuit navigated through the streets of Monte Carlo, including iconic sections such as the Casino Square and Harbourfront, which we're gonna talk more about later on in the video. And despite the challenging nature of the circuit, with its side corners and absence of modern safety measures, the first race was a resounding success, with Bugatti's British driver William Grover Williams, who by the way would later achieve fame as a resistance fighter in World War II, emerging victorious after 100 laps of intense racing, establishing Monaco as a highlight of the motorsport calendar. But the challenging configuration of the circuit and the rising frequency of accidents was quick to raise safety concerns, especially with the increasing speed of racing cars. Which brings us to the layout. In early years, the circuit underwent some minor modifications, such as surface repairs and barrier adjustments, to provide a slightly wider racing line and reduce the risk of collisions. But it wasn't until the 1960s and 70s that the Monaco circuit saw some significant expansion and modernization to meet the evolving demands of racing, especially with Formula 1 cars racing on it, adding new sections such as the swimming pool complex and the tunnel, extending the circuit's length and complexity, which enhanced the spectacle for both drivers and spectators, but also introduced new challenges including increased speeds and tighter corners, testing the skill and precision of Formula 1 drivers. However, throughout the 80s and 90s, safety became a paramount concern in motorsports, prompting further modifications to the Monaco circuit, from the installation of additional barriers, runoff areas and various safety features aimed to reduce the risk of accidents and mitigate the consequences of collisions. And to this day, the circuit still undergoes occasional revisions and updates to maintain its relevance and competitiveness in the world of motorsport, like the changes to kerning, track surface, and circuit infrastructure to improve driver safety and accommodate the latest advancements in Formula 1. But despite these advancements, the Monaco circuit retained its unique character and remained as one of the most demanding tracks on the Formula 1 calendar. Iconic features of the Monaco circuit. We can't talk about Monaco without mentioning some of its standout sections and characteristics, which contribute to its status as one of the most prestigious and challenging racing tracks in the world. Starting with the Casino Square. Situated in the heart of Monte Carlo, it's one of the most recognizable and glamorous sections. Flanked by the famous Monte Carlo Casino and luxury hotels, this side corner requires precise braking and acceleration, making it a popular spot for spectators and photographers alike. And we can't forget the picturesque harbourfront, with a stunning view of luxury yachts and the sea. This section of track features some challenging chicanes and sweeping bends for the drivers to navigate at high speeds. Next up is the Monaco hairpin, which is one of the slowest and most challenging corners on any circuit. With a tight radius and steep uphill incline, it takes precise car control and throttle modulation to navigate through it, which makes it a key overtaking opportunity, of which there are very few on this circuit. And how can we forget the famous tunnel section, where the drivers go through this narrow and dark tunnel, dramatically decreasing visibility, requiring quick reflexes and absolute concentration, and providing us spectators with some dramatic shots in the process. These are just some of the absolute stunning parts of the Monaco circuit, and there are many more, like the swimming pool complex, the Raskas corner and the Tapa corner, to mention a few, and they all provided us some absolute iconic moments. From Michael Schumacher's controversial pole to the many battles and duels we saw over the years. One standout driver at this historic circuit would be none other than the legendary Brazilian driver Ayrton Senna, having won the race a record 6 times. His mastery and precision around the circuit and his unmatched skill in wet conditions were on full display when he visited Monaco, including his stunning performance in the rain-soaked 1984 race, where he had to overcome gearbox issues and challenging race conditions to secure his first Monaco win. We've mentioned before the controversial pole of Michael. Well, in the 2006 race, Schumacher tried to secure pole position in, shall we say, an unconventional way, as he deliberately stopped his car on the track, causing yellow flags that prevented his rivals from improving their lap times. The incident sparked debate and controversy, but the stewards deemed it deliberate and they demoted Michael to the back of the grid, promoting his rival Fernando Alonso to pole position, from which he went on to win the race. But this race was also remembered for the mighty drive by Schumacher, driving from last place to finish the race in 5th. This is just one of many memorable moments in the Monaco Grand Prix. Other moments such as Graham Hill's 5 victories, Gilles Villeneuve's legendary duel with Alan Jones, Nico Rosberg's maiden win, and Oliver Panis' victory, which was one of the most unexpected and unlikely victories in Formula 1. These are all moments that will forever stay in the history of motorsports, all thanks to this captivating event. Now, the modern era. The Monaco Grand Prix is still one of the best races on the Formula 1 calendar, providing us regularly with some thrilling and unexpected race outcomes, despite many people thinking it's a rather boring track, especially with modern Formula 1 cars being too big for it, making passing extremely hard and rare. We still think it has its place on the calendar because of the unique blend of prestige and technical challenge it presents to the drivers. And who can forget some of the surprises it has provided over the last few seasons, from surprise podiums to heroic comebacks. So overall, we think the future of the Monaco Grand Prix is bright, with opportunities for innovation, growth and adaptation to ensure its continued success in the everlasting changing landscape of Formula 1 racing. As long as it retains its unique charm and allure, the Monaco Grand Prix will remain a highlight of the motorsport calendar for generations to come. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the history and evolution of the Monaco circuit. We look forward to seeing you at the next Monaco Grand Prix, where the magic of motorsports will once again come alive on the streets of Monte Carlo. Until then, please leave us a like and subscribe to the channel for more videos. And if you have any suggestions, please leave them in the comments section down below, and we'll see you on the next one.